Hey guys, welcome. If you're new, don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell if you want to be notified of new content. And of course, if you enjoy what you're watching. If you're a regular, well, thank you for the continued support. You're the reason I'm here, honestly. You know that I've been on a bit of a REEFS kick lately, and if you want to check out some of the other REEFS products that I've been showcasing, then stop this one here, go watch my last video, because that product was probably one of the best mods that I've done to my wife's Gen8 that I can think of right now. Worked out so well. Today we are getting into this. We're going to install this servo winch. Of course, we're also going to use that servo winch mount slash bumper mount from REEFS, that nice piece of 70-75 aluminum. So what am I babbling on about? Let's just get right to it, shall we? I hope you enjoy. Okay, I promise we'll get to that servo winch. I know that's really what we all want to see, but check this piece out. If not for this piece, this project would be so much more difficult. I might not even bother trying. I might just settle for one of those scale winches. All those screws have been in there for a while. But check this thing out. Yeah, you get a nice little sticker. That's cool. Always nice to get stickers. Check this out. Very nice. Impressed with the finish. You know, for something that you don't see too often, they sure go all out on it. So you got the cable hole here, the two holes for the bumper. Very nicely done. Very, very nice. Nice etching too. So awesome. So awesome. Anyways, this is what we want to see, right? Some stats for you. You can always press pause to check that out. You get your cable. Sorry, some sound effects for you there. And then you get your little bag of goodies here with the hook and all the hardware to attach that. And then, of course, your REEFS RC sticker. Very nice. They always package them really, really well. I mean, this foam is really thick. So even if the case gets cracked, it's unlikely any damage is going to happen to it. Nice little spool you get here. I think that's aluminum too, by the feel of it. Very cool. Etching is so nice in this thing, man. And I think this is a newer model because I don't think the original V2 had all this etching and stuff. So nice, man. It looks so good. Very impressed. Anyway, so here's the spool. And once you have everything together, it's very simple. You take your wire here, take a little bit of wire out, and then grab your barrel, your spool, whatever you want to call it. And then there's two little holes in the barrel itself that go right through, exactly opposite each other. You put that through there. And then what I did was I just kind of kinked it against the barrel a little bit here, just so that it doesn't just slide out on me while I'm actually attaching it. So then I just put it on the end here of the splines. And I take the supplied screw, very important to, you know, for companies to supply the hardware that you need to put everything together. Torque it down. And there you go. That catches in the screw that actually screws into the servo. So then you want to unwind all your cable and get all the twisting out of it, and then pass it through the front or down through where the spool is going to sit, and pull it all the way through up to the spool. And I put the spool, aka the barrel or whatever you want to call it, inside the hole. Make sure everything's lined up properly. I put it inside the hole and then I screw it. Yep, I said it. Just screw everything down lightly. And then once everything is, set, then torque it up. And there you go. She looks great. And then I just roll up my cable like so. Man, it looks good. I can't wait to get this thing in the truck. Yeah, baby. Speaking of which, here it is. So I'm going to start by removing the body. Next, I'm going to go after these two screws that are holding the bumper to the bumper mount. And a little bit of coaxing. Once you get those screws out, it should just slide right out. There we go. Next, I'm going after the 4 screws that are holding the bumper mount to the frame. In my case, this also removes the servo horn skid plate protector that I have installed. This little 3D piece right here. And then that bumper mount should slide right out of the C channel. Here's our setup that we're going to replace that bumper mount with. We're just going to slide that through the C channels. Looking good. And then I've got to modify this piece here, just like that, to pass the cable through. And then replace the screws that hold everything to the frames. Both sides. Now I've got to cut a fair lead hole and cut this piece out of the back side as well. That took longer than you think. Now we pass the cable all the way through the bumper, and with a little bit of coaxing, put the bumper in place. Just like this. There we go. Snug it up. Now with the new REEFS piece, I have to screw the retaining screws of the bumper in through the bottom instead of the top, but that's okay. Now I'm going to pass my wire through the inner fender on the inside of the fender and pull it through. The other side has my servo wire going through, so that's why I chose this side. Plug it in. Now I'm going to take this little cable clamp, put it over, and then run that down until we need it again. Just leave it there. Then we're going to run the end of the cable through this screw on your hook. Now I put a little bit of blue thread lock on this because there's no locking washer and there's no lock nut. And then we pass the cable through, and then through that cable lock, cable clamp, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you got the other end coming through there. I like to kink it over so that it doesn't pop out on me. And then we pull the cable on the long side until it's snug up to the hook. You don't want too much cable loop showing there. And once it's nice and close to the hook, everything looks like it's ready. We're going to clamp her down. Clamp that cable clamp down until it's nice and flat. There we go. And then we wheel it in. We're almost done, but I've got to take this piece here and sort of flip it around. It's like a retaining piece that holds the inner fenders in place. It gives the body kind of structure. So now it's turned around. I just had to take apart everything to turn it around. And now that new servo winch will fit under the body very nicely. Just ta-da! Oh man, it looks good. What do you think? It looks so good. Unfortunately, because I have this FlySky GT2B, the third channel, when I plug it in, it automatically starts up. It's not a 3-way button, which it was on one of my other transmitters, so I thought it was going to be the same with this one, but it's not really a good winch channel, unfortunately. So I'll be looking to upgrade that for my wife so that she can actually put this beauty to use. Clearly, I need a fair lead, so if you have any suggestions on where to get a fair lead, please leave a message down below. And if you recommend a transmitter that isn't expensive, that will have a good channel for a winch, maybe a 3-position button, so forward, neutral, reverse, that would be perfect. Even a third channel that has like go forward, stop, go backward. You know what I mean? That would be okay too. I hope you enjoyed this. Whatever you're doing, keep on RCing, keep on keeping on. Ciao for now, guys.